Hello, we are Dave and Becky Sattler, and we are excited to be here with you today talking about mentoring and coaching. And if you don't know the difference, then you're in the right place. Or if you have some of these common myths that we're going to bust, then hopefully we can help you overcome those as well. So we have some myths that we would like to start with. Myth number one, you can't be a leader until you've been in Scentsy for at least a year or a certain amount of time. Because it takes a long time to develop that leadership. Myth number two, you have to know how to solve every problem that you might be encountered with, that your team will encounter before you're ready for that next promotion. Myth number three, you can't sponsor or have success yourself until you have success yourself so that you know how to teach it. So those are three common myths. And they have to deal with, in a nutshell, the idea is you don't know enough to lead or to sponsor or to promote. And we are here to bust those myths that at this very minute, whether you just joined yesterday or whether you have been a certified consultant for 5 years or whether you are a star director trying to promote to the next level, whatever your situation is, this is the key that we're going to tell you today. And you don't have to know enough. You know enough at this very minute to know everything that you need to be able to sponsor, to be able to promote, and to be able to lead your team, either future or present. If you don't have a team, this will give you everything you know to give you the confidence to build your team starting today. Okay, so sometimes we think the difference between where you're at now and where you need to get is you need to learn more, you need to have more experiences, you need to have more success. But that's not true. I love that when you sponsor somebody, even when you just barely begin, you get to learn together. So that's what I love about Scentsy is we get to be authentic, we get to be learning together. It's okay to say, you know what, I don't know, let's figure that out together. And you don't have to know everything. This isn't like a professional job where you had to interview and you have to be qualified. You know, you're here, so you're qualified. So let's teach you how to lead better so that you can realize you are qualified and be able to help bring out the best in everybody. And that's what I love about our topic today. So I just barely, and I had one experience applying this recently. So I just barely went through this coaching program. You can go through it either as an SSD or in the Accelerated Leadership Program for director and above. Those are the two ones, experiences, opportunities we have as Scentsy consultants to go through the formal training. And it's 6 weeks and it's amazing and it's such good in-depth. So I'm going to try to teach it to you in a nutshell in about 10 minutes. So obviously it's going to be super high level, but the idea is so powerful. The concept of this coaching is so helpful to help you at whatever level of the business you are at.
Well, and Karen Fettis called out and she was like, yes, you don't need to know everything. So that was just a comment that she made. So that's
because if you had to, I think most SSDs would be like, okay, I'm not qualified. If I have to know everything and how to solve everyone's problem and how you have to even know. So that's the trap that I got stuck in for a long time. So the idea behind mentoring is that you are the teacher, you are the mentor. You get to see what they're missing and you get to help teach them what's missing. You get to teach them how to change their approach. You get to tell them what to say so that they know how to do it. And that is the beauty of mentoring. And I think at heart, I am a mentor, AKA I must be pretty bossy. But the problem with that is there's pressure on your shoulders to have to know what to say, to have to know what's missing in their business, to have to know what that little teeny piece is that's missing that's gonna get them to their next promotion or things like that. And so that's beautiful. And any way that you can help your team, any effort is beautiful because that's what I love about Scentsy again is we are one big happy family and we're helping each other. So don't get paralyzed by thinking, oh, am I mentoring? Am I coaching? But what I love about coaching and what took that off of my shoulders as well as empowered my team is to realize I don't have to have the answers. I don't even know how to know how to fix it. I don't even know how they could do it in their own life. And that's the beauty of it as well is how I would even do it and what my answer might be totally different than what your answer needs to be. The perfect answer to help you figure out your way to do it or help you over your hurdle, it's going to be different for every single person out there. And that's why coaching is so powerful because you're not giving the answers as if you were mentoring. You're helping them find their own answers within themselves. So It consists of asking questions and listening, which is really hard because we want to help, we want to share, we want to give them an idea, and we want to be like, oh, try this and then come back and report. Or, okay, well, now try this and come back and report. And that's good. But like I said, since I took the coaching course and have started this, it really has helped everything. I recently had a team member who was ready to quit Sensi, which we all do. There's ups and downs, and that's okay. But she thought she was ready to quit for a certain reason. And instead of me doing what I normally would do and being like, well, have you tried this? Or you gotta remember your why, or you gotta decide, a better way to do this because I see that you're feeling this way. Through this coaching method, I was able to ask her what she thought was missing, or what the heaviest part was for her. And we were able to go through, and what she came to me and said her issue was at the beginning, we were able to kind of peel back those onion layers through my questions. I didn't provide any kind of expertise. I just asked questions to help her figure out, oh, you're right, maybe it's not this, it just feels like this. But anyway, so that's what I love about coaching, is it helps peel back those layers to get to the real heart of what is missing and what I am excited to do about it. Because again, that's going to be different than what somebody else would do or somebody else's approach. It gets to be yours. So, okay. So just really quickly, the acronym for coach. And again, don't get stuck on this, because if you can't remember the steps, it took me a long time. I'm not very good at this coaching thing. If you can't do it, just remember, just ask questions. But this is the model that you're going for. So it's COACH. So the CH are together. So there's 4 steps. And C is ask about the current situation. Just be like, okay, so how do you feel things are going in your business? Basically, right now, what's going on? And then the O is the objective. What's one thing that they would like to work on, or one thing that they feel like needs to change? And again, you can go through the onion layers and get through a bunch of questions, or they might know, hey, I just need to recruit more, So it can be pretty simple too. And the A is alternatives. That's basically the big, huge brain dump. And it can even just be super crazy, far out ideas, just anything they can think of. Even if it's something that really is not realistic, that's okay. There is no wrong answer in that brain dump, that alternatives part. And then the CH is the choices, or the choice. What choice do they pick? Just looking at our time. What choice do they pick? Which one of these crazy brain splat on the wall, pick which one of them are they going to work with, and then you help them create a deadline to do it so that they can apply it. So the thing that I love about coaching is you are taking it from the know. They already know what they need to do. They might not know exactly how to do it, but they know what they need to do, and it's the bridge between the knowing and the doing. A lot of times we just get to the knowing, we tell them what to do, but coaching helps connect those two to where they're accountable and they do it, and you get to be their coach to help get them along. So what we're going to do is really quickly, we have how are we on time? 9:53, 7 minutes. Okay. So we have 2 scenarios that are very scripted, very not super realistic, just because it's going to take you, a lot longer to go through them. But just so that you can see the pattern, look for those 4 steps, and maybe I'll even hold up my finger.
Yeah.
And so there is no specific right answer for these steps, but I'm going to use the same question both sets so that you can see how, even if you just remember 4 questions, you could apply it to any scenario your team could have. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah,
okay.
And so mentally check off when you hear her say each one of those.
Yeah, okay. So hi Dave.
Yeah.
So how do you feel things are going in your business right now?
They're going well, but I just can't get that promotion that I'm looking for.
Okay. So you're looking for a promotion. So what is one thing that you'd like to focus on right now that might help you get that promotion? What do you feel is missing?
I think I need more people. I just need a sponsor.
You're holding that way too high. I can't even see us. Oh, you need a sponsor. Okay, so that's a good objective. So what do you think your options are? What could you try? Let's just think of anything. How could you sponsor more people?
I hear like social media is big, so YouTube.
Okay.
I have some friends that live overseas. So maybe talk to them.
Okay. Work that list of
yeah.
Yeah, good.
I can flip some hosts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. These are good.
Yeah.
These are good. Anything else you can think
of? I could go out on the street corner with a sign that says "Join my team" or something.
That's always an option. Yeah. Good. Excellent. Anything else?
That's all I can think of.
Okay, good. Well, that was a good list. That's a lot of good ideas. Which one are you most excited to try?
Most excited to try? I've always kind of wanted to be out flipping that sign. by the pizza guy.
Okay, great. So when do you think is a realistic timeline for you to get out there and see if that's working? Give that
I'm
a try.
not doing anything today, really.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Great. Okay. All right. So that's awesome. Well, good job. I'm excited for that. Okay, so there's scenario number 1. And again, I didn't know that he was going to pick that because, again, that's definitely uniquely him. There's no way I'd be out there flipping that sign on the corner saying, hey, come join my team. And that's the beauty of it, is you don't have to know what they're even going to say. You don't have to be able to solve their problem. Usually, old Becky would come in and be like, well, why don't you try this and talk to this person? But no, that's not, I wouldn't have even ever given him that option because I wouldn't have thought about it. So, okay, very good. And like I said, this is just super raw and very much in a nutshell and very much canned. But hopefully you can get the concept of asking them questions to help them figure out what they think is missing and what they would like to try, and giving them a deadline, and then you loop again. Focus on one little thing. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Here's a second scenario just to show that, again, this formula can work for helping anyone. How am I always talk too much. 56, okay, we have 4 minutes. Okay, so now here we are on the second scenario. This is the last one that I'll show you, but like I said, you could literally apply it to anywhere, but hopefully seeing it again with the same questions even, you can kind of get the feel for how you might run through it. Okay, so, hey Dave, how are you?
I'm good, yeah.
Good. How do you feel things are going in your business right now?
They're terrible. Nobody wants to buy my product. Nobody wants to buy.
Oh, dang, I hate it when it feels like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like you're saying that you're having a really hard time with sales.
Yeah.
And that's your main. Okay,
Yeah,
so is that the one, sorry. What is one thing that you would like to focus on now then?
Sales. Yeah, just growing my sales and getting more of them, yeah.
Getting more sales? Okay,
Yeah.
good. And what do you think your options are? What would you like to try? Or what could you try? Let's just think of all the ideas.
You know, I've actually never done a home party, and so there's that. I mean, people are doing Facebook parties. I've heard people doing that, so I could try doing that.
Yeah. Those are great ideas. You know, going back to basics and, you know, trying something that you haven't tried in a while. Good. Anything else? What other ideas can you think of to get sales?
I can't think of anything. Oh, I could do like a fundraiser.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like my kids in sports, I could go see if their team wants to do a fundraiser.
Okay, that's a good idea. That's always good, especially right now.
And I could do an email. I could send out an email.
Email to your customers to maybe help them.
Yeah.
So, okay, good. Yeah. Good. Any other ideas? Anything else you can think of?
Not right now. I mean, I think that's it, yeah.
That's good. Which one of those gets you the most excited to try?
You know, I've been wanting to try emails.
Okay.
And so I think I'll try that one. And I can do that today. So.
Oh, great. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, let's have another coaching call. Would you like to talk again tomorrow and see how it went? Or do you want to give it a week and see if you have any results? Which do you prefer?
Give me a week so that I can see if anybody bought, you know, or at least 3 days or 4 days.
Okay, very good. Okay, so then of course we would follow through, and the idea is to take a very broad problem of, oh, I can't get anybody to buy, or oh, my business just isn't, I have no momentum, or oh, I can't find anybody to join, or whatever it is. We all have challenges. We all have those obstacles and those road bumps. And so the beauty of this is you figure out one little, you're not trying to solve the whole problem. You're trying to narrow it down and focus on what's one thing we can work on right now. And what's one thing you can do right now to help that be better. So the thing that I love about it is that at the end of the day, there's no wrong way to do it. You're just trying to help them figure out and solve their own problems. And remember, it takes the weight off of my shoulders, off of your shoulders, because you don't have to know. You don't have to know exactly what they need to know and what they need to do and what exactly is the tip that's going to tip the scales and they're suddenly going to promote. They might not even know that. So we're just helping them find it for themselves. And the more that you can help them tap into that inner idea and inner inspiration within themselves, then you won't be dragging them along. So Dave, did you do the assignment I gave you last week? I mean, how many times have we tried to do that with our team members or even with a new recruit that we're trying to get to join and we're trying to sponsor them? We're like, so did you do that yet? It's more that you've helped ignite the fire in himself and you're just fanning those flames to help keep him accountable and keep putting those logs on the fire. So Anyway, so the myths that we busted in the beginning don't have to paralyze you. You don't have to be a consultant for a certain amount of time. You don't have to know everything. In fact, I didn't even know anything. I was just asking him questions. And you don't have to be in, what was the Sensi, the time? Oh, to sponsor, you don't even have to know. You could literally have joined today and you can learn together, or you can coach together, and you could figure out how to work on it together. So you know enough, you are enough, and you have all that you need to truly be successful, to help yourself feel good in a leadership role, whether you need to take it on your shoulders and become a leader, or whether you are a leader and you're just feeling like you're failing or you aren't enough. You are enough and you're doing so great. So we challenge you to try this. Try it with your kids, try it with your spouse, even role play with your dog, because he can't say the wrong answer if you need to. Just try it, and because the first time is always the scariest. And then hold coaching calls with your team, even if it's just one, you only have one person on your team. Just practice. You can even practice with your upline if you need to. But anyway, okay, now it's officially 10 o'clock. So we love you. Thanks for letting us share a little bit about our coaching and mentoring with you. Hopefully this helps you realize you've got all that you need right now, and you are a coach. You're already skilled. So, all right, here's to a great day. Thanks, guys.